This is our project for this portion. We are going to put some clear gesso over top our layout on the canvas. And this is my process for all of the canvases I work on, whether they are panels or even for pastel. The process is the same. And this is what the clear gesso looks like on the brush. It looks just like the regular gesso, except once it is applied, it is clear. And let's speed the process up a little bit, shall we? And as you can see here, all of your pencil lines, your sketch is visible. So when you start painting the underpainting, no interference. Because as you apply the grays and blacks and whites, you begin to see whether the image is going to work or not. So it's a testing ground of sorts. And our source material today, or in this particular video, and before I begin to lay down the paint, I have to, well, I'm going to remind you that after we laid everything out here, we put a layer of clear gesso over top this so that when we lay down the paint, the lead from the pencil does not get mixed up into it and alter your tonal qualities. Here, I have two surfaces here. I have the background and the foreground, which take up a lot of space. So as you can see, I have the background moving in one direction, which unfortunately is the wrong direction because you want to try and move the paint in the same direction as the surface is moving. And in this instance, my foreground is wood. And the grain of the wood moves side to side, which means that I will have to have my background moving up and down so that we can separate those surfaces. Because if you paint or brush your paint, move your paint, I should say, in the same direction all around, well, the problems that you will encounter is differentiating one surface from the next, particularly if the surfaces are of similar tonal qualities. And if you are interested, I work from a limited palette. And here is the black, phthalo blue, cadmium red, and Alzarian crimson. And I use tiles as my palettes, mostly because I have plenty of them. And here is the cadmium yellow and titanium white. Porous surfaces, such as tile in my instance, my case, glass, those surfaces are good for mixing on, because if it gets too caked up, you can just take a razor and scrape it off. So now we have the two main surfaces. We have the background and the foreground. Notice the strokes here are going up and down. Where I went across, I went back and put in the strokes up and down, and you can see the effect it had. Now on the wooden surface, the strokes go in the same direction as the grain of the wood. And so we have completed the underpainting of this particular subject. Background, foreground, this is the wood. Here we have the shape of the cup. You can see it's a cup. You can see this flowing down into it. And you can see the exterior surface following the curve and such. And the plate, here is the spoon here, but the plate, it curves in. So your strokes follow the shape of your subject matter.